Good afternoon. Thank you for your time. Last week, Governor Pritzker tried to dismiss financial warnings and paint a rosy picture of his so-called balanced budgets. We face a much different reality. The Democrats' FY25 budget was precariously balanced through accounting gimmicks and one-time revenues, and nearly $1 billion in tax increases. It barely had enough votes to get through their own Democratic supermajority legislature. As the minority party, we'll continue to hold our Democrat counterparts accountable for responsible spending, protecting our shared priorities, and we will vehemently oppose any attempt at tax hikes. Enough is enough. Last week, the Governor's Office of Management and Budget released the forecast for FY26, and according to GOMB, the state will face a $3.2 billion deficit. $3.2 billion. On the revenue side, corporate income taxes and sales taxes have underperformed, and GOMB is revising those revenue estimates downward by $354 million. It's a very ominous sign for Illinois' flagging economy. A reduction in sales tax revenue is a clear indication that Illinois' working families are suffering and they cannot afford another tax increase. In addition to the dismal revenue forecast, Illinois is facing a significant budget pressure going forward, and many of them. Expenditures are expected to increase by $3.2 billion in FY26, largely driven by additional funding needed for the evidence-based K through 12. Major liability increases in our group health and our Medicaid due to recent policy changes, mostly enacted by the majority party. Major drivers of the FY26 spending growth are $444 million for K through 12 education, $78 million for higher education, $91 million for public safety, $574 million for human services, $1.1 billion for Medicaid, $550 million for group health insurance as a result of the recent expansions for weight loss drugs, fertility treatments, step therapy, and medical inflation. On top of all of these budget pressures, there is a $730 million fiscal cliff facing Chicago's mass transit, as well as the mayor's demand for $1 billion additional for education spending in the city of Chicago. Given all of the fiscal pressures, we are once again calling on our Democratic leaders to work with us in good faith to negotiate and pass a fiscally responsible, truly balanced budget next year.